Let's be honest about this government shutdown because I know I just retired on 30 September, and like many of you, I'm still waiting on my first retirement check. The financial office that's supposed to process it, as you know, furloughed. And while I feel like I have that same pit in my stomach that probably a lot of you do, wondering when things are going to be different, wondering when things are going to move, wondering when the government's going to open back up, I also know one thing for sure. We just can't afford to sit around and wait. We have to build something that can't be shut down. So in this video, I'm going to give you the blueprint to create income from your government experience in 3 simple steps. So you can land your first high ticket coaching client or consultant client even while the system stalls. And I'm also going to share with you how I'm personally navigating this moment and how you can do the same with confidence. If you're a federal woman, leader, or retiree who's ready to turn your expertise into income and finally break free and have freedom beyond your paycheck, this is the YouTube channel for you. So go ahead and subscribe. This channel is all about helping you pivot with purpose from government service to the next season of your success. When I worked inside the federal government system, I used to believe that paycheck meant stability. But the truth is that stability is really, as you know, showing cracks. Between the shutdowns and the hiring freezes and all of a sudden the VERA and the DRP retirements, we've been through so much in 2025. We're reminded daily that we've given decades of loyalty and service, and yet the system can pause and do what it want to do, and our pay is the heartbeat. And now it's time for us, that same service that we've been given, to start having it pay us back in freedom, in flexibility, and in financial peace. So I want you to hear this from someone who's walking it out with you. Yes, I'm affected. My pay is delayed too. But here's the shift. I refuse to let my future be tied to a system that shut down overnight. That's why I built a business on my own even before retiring. And that's also why I'm helping other federal women do the same before it's too late for them as well. So just think about it. This shutdown, it may last weeks, it may last months, it could be as long as things are just crazy as they are. But what if instead of strolling through in frustrations, you use this time to build something that pays you back forever? You already have what you need. I promise you, you have decades of expertise, you have credibility, you have discipline. You just need a clear framework to package it, to position it, and profit from it. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get into it. So I created the Power Pivot Framework, the same roadmap I use to turn my federal experience into a business that support me even now during the shutdown. And I want you to walk away from this video not just feeling inspired, but equipped with a simple action plan you can start using today. So here's how it works. So step 1 is all about finding your sweet spot. This is exactly where your clarity comes from. It's about identifying the part of your expertise the market needs the most, right? Where your purpose, your vision, and real world demand, they meet, they collide, they just come together. So there's a few things that help you find your sweet spot. And I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions right now. What do people already come to me for with help? What topics or problems do I love solving, even when I'm not getting paid to solve them? I just love doing it. And what measurable results have I created in my career that others still struggle with? That intersection of those 3 things, that's your sweet spot. I know we want to make it more complicated than that, but it's really not. When you're working in your sweet spot, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel so hard, and that's a good thing, right? It's a zone where you've mastered what it's a zone where what you've mastered meet what people will happily pay you for. If you want to dive deeper, I have a whole video where I break down fully in a YouTube video called Finding Your Sweet Spot, where we map out exactly what you need to do step by step. So check that out if you want more. So step 2, let's get into that. Package your magic. This is where you move from idea to income. So you spent years, decades leading projects, mentoring teams, managing programs, getting results for the government. But here's the secret. People outside of the system, they need the same expertise. It's not any different. They don't need your GS title, but they need the transformation that you have. So ask yourself, what's the biggest results I've helped others achieve? What are those things you've helped your shop, your squadron, your whatever you work for achieve? And how can I turn that into a one-on-one solution? How can I turn it into a workshop? Or how can I turn it into a consulting offer? So, for example, let me give you a couple of examples. If you were known for developing leaders, your offer might be something like executive present coaching for emerging managers, right? If you led like process improvement projects, it could be streamline your team, a 30-day workflow audit. So I know for me, I led an entire team in from start to finishing, opening up a resiliency center for installation, right? So I know for sure I have the confidence now to repeat that with someone who's looking to open up a resiliency center or something similar. I could take them from the beginning to the end, from where we started looking at and researching it, doing the market research, to how we start to break it down, to how we finish going through everything as a team, and to launching the opening day. And that's what I mean by packaging your magic, right? You don't have to come up with something that's new, right? So make your experiences easy to understand, easy to buy, and easy to say yes to. So step 3, launch with simplicity. Don't make it so complicated. And this is the one that I think is really important, because it's the one that a lot of brilliant federal women and women all over the world just get stuck with. I was stuck there too. But I'm here to tell you it worked for me and it'll work for you. You don't need a massive audience. You don't need fancy tech, which a lot of us don't do a lot of tech, because inside of the government, you have a shop you go to for tech. So you don't need a lot of fancy tech, and you don't need a 10-step funnel. How do I know that? Because I paid for 10-step funnels that don't work. So you don't need them. You just need to start simple. One clear offer, one place to show up consistently so people know you're there. You have to be visible. And one way for people to pay you. That's all you need. I'm going to repeat that. You need one clear offer, one place to show up consistently, and one way for people to pay you. That's it. You can launch quietly even while you're still working. I know that you all have questions about that as well, and we'll break that down as well. But the biggest thing is you just don't want to do something that has a conflict of interest. And all government agencies have a way for you to have a side hustle. Just sign a form, let them know. That's it. Even if you're still working, you can start by sharing small wins, by offering discovery calls with people after hours, or posting your insight on a platform like LinkedIn so people know you're there and you're visible. The goal really isn't perfection, it's about momentum, because clarity comes from action, not overthinking. Those are the 3 pillars of the Power Pivot Framework. And if you do just one thing this week, I want you to do this. Write down one result you've created again and again throughout your career, and brainstorm how that could help someone else today. Like, write the steps down, like 4 or 5 steps of how you would get someone else that same result that you've gotten. What you really have just done is created your first version of your framework, your secret sauce to bottle, the first iteration that you will eventually trademark. That one step could be the start of your next stream of income. So you don't need to go viral. You don't need to wait for permission. You just need a plan that puts you back in control of your time, of your income, and your peace of mind. So if this shutdown has you thinking, I can't keep living like this, You're not alone. This really is your signal to pivot, not panic. Finish 2025 strong. If you really are serious about your pivot, book a business strategy call with me. And let's turn your expertise into income so the next time pay stops, your purpose doesn't. All you have to do is click the link below and book a call, and I can't wait to connect with you. I may not know when my first retirement check is coming, but I do know I'm never going back where I'm dependent on it. Because no matter what's happening in DC, your dreams deserve to stay open for business. Let's build something that can't be shut down.